To truly grasp the miracle of Earth, you must first witness the horror of its neighbors. To give you that perspective, we are going to open the airlock and jettison you into the void, simulating your demise across the solar system's deadliest arenas. Your first destination? Mercury. Do not be fooled by its size. This is a world of violent extremes. Touch down on the sunlit side, and you are greeted by a 430-degree Celsius inferno. Mercury lacks a true atmosphere, possessing only a thin, ghostly exosphere that offers no protection. The solar radiation hits you raw. Your suit, a marvel of human engineering, is rated for 120 degrees. Here, it is paper in a furnace. Within seconds, the insulation fails. The cooling systems die. The pain is absolute. The ultraviolet light instantly scorches your skin, while the vacuum boils the moisture from your body. Those grey, cratered rocks beneath your boots aren't just ground. They are radiating heat, like a cosmic stovetop. There is nowhere to hide. In less than 10 seconds, you succumb to the burns and asphyxiation. However, if you were to land on the dark side, the story changes instantly. Without an atmosphere to trap heat, the temperature plummets to a bone-shattering -180 degrees. You freeze solid. On Mercury, life is impossible, unless you walk the razor's edge, the Terminator line, forever chasing the twilight between fire and ice. Next, we drift towards Venus. Do not let its brightness fool you. This is a runaway greenhouse nightmare. Despite being further from the sun than Mercury, it is far hotter, boasting a suffocating surface temperature of 467 degrees Celsius. As you descend, the sunlight warps into a sickly, eerie yellow, filtered through thick clouds of concentrated sulfuric acid. These clouds would dissolve your lungs in seconds, but you won't live long enough to breathe them. The moment you touch down, the atmosphere, 92 times heavier than Earth's, slams into you with the crushing weight of a deep ocean trench. The air is a toxic smog of carbon dioxide and nitrogen, dense and blinding. You are swallowed by the haze. Ironically, you won't be burned by the acid rain. The heat is so intense that the droplets vaporize before they ever hit the ground. Venus is not a planet. It is the closest physical approximation of hell. If a civilization ever rose here, the planet didn't just kill them, it erased them. Leaving the inferno behind, we pass the blue oasis of Earth and arrive at Mars. It looks familiar, almost hopeful. But this is a trap. Mars is a frozen, rusted desert. While a summer day might reach a pleasant 20 degrees, nightfall plunges the world into a -140-degree, deep freeze. The atmosphere is dangerously thin. Imagine standing there, watching a dust storm tear across the horizon at 100 kilometers per hour when your helmet cracks. It isn't a movie explosion. It is a terrifying, silent hiss. As the pressure drops, the moisture on your tongue and deep inside your lungs begins to boil instantly. You feel a cold, painless, fizzing sensation under your skin. Your blood is turning into gas bubbles. You have 15 seconds of consciousness, maybe 20. As hypoxia sets in, the cold seizes you, evaporating the water from your eyes and blurring your vision. You drift into darkness. On Mars, you do not rot. The low pressure and extreme cold mummify your body, preserving you as a permanent statue in a graveyard of red dust. Now, we drift further into the dark, approaching the king of the monsters, Jupiter. This is a planet with no solid ground to catch you. Falling here is falling into an infinite abyss. At first, the upper atmosphere deceives you with a gentle, almost peaceful freefall. But soon, gravity, 2.5 times stronger than Earth's, claws at you, dragging you down faster and faster. You are accelerated into a chaotic realm where jet streams scream at 600 kilometers per hour and temperatures plunge to minus 150 degrees. You become a ragdoll tossed by winds that could swallow continents. As you sink 150 kilometers deep, the pressure becomes ungodly. You enter a layer of suffocating density where sunlight dies, plunging you into absolute darkness. The only illumination comes from violent lightning strikes that tear through the gloom, accompanied by thunder that would deafen you if the wind wasn't already roaring like a beast. Here, the atmosphere acts like a hydraulic press. Your bones snap under hundreds of times the pressure of Earth. The heat begins to rise, decomposing your body. You are not just killed, you are disassembled, molecule by molecule, becoming a ghost dissolved into the eternal storm. You are vaporized long before you ever see the core. Beside this beast lies Saturn, the jewel of the system, but do not admire it too closely. Your first challenge is surviving the orbital minefield of its moons. Then you face the rings. From a distance, they are majestic. Up close, they are a meat grinder. Composed of ice, dust, and rock, these particles orbit at tens of thousands of kilometers per hour. Even a pebble here hits with the force of a bullet. It would punch through your suit in an instant, shredding your body. In the vacuum, there is no sound, just a silent slaughter. Your blood would spill out, instantly freezing into shimmering crimson crystals, joining the rings forever. You become part of the decoration. And if you survive the rings, you fall into the planet itself, where the cold, dense hydrogen crushes you into oblivion, just like Jupiter. We reach the outer rim, arriving at the coldest planet in the system, Uranus. It spins on its side, a rolling giant of ice and gas. Like Saturn, it has rings. But here, the danger lies beneath them. Breach the atmosphere, and you are enveloped in toxic gas. The temperature hits absolute rock bottom, minus 224 degrees Celsius. If the cold and the poison don't finish you, the descent will. Deep inside the slushy mantle, the pressure mounts to 1,000,000 times that of Earth. It compresses carbon atoms so violently that it rains diamonds, but you won't be there to collect them. You will be crushed into a speck of frozen debris, lost in the dark. Finally, we arrive at the terminus. Neptune, the furthest world from the sun. A stunning deep blue ice giant that hides the most violent weather in the solar system. Do not let the color soothe you. The atmosphere here is a war zone. The winds scream at 2,100 kilometers per hour. Supersonic speeds that defy logic. As you drop into the upper atmosphere, you might catch a glimpse of the Great Dark Spot, but you won't last long enough to study it. At these velocities, microscopic shards of frozen methane act like razor blades. You are not just blown away, you are flayed. The supersonic wind shreds you to pieces before your brain can even register the pain. You vanish, scattered into the nothingness of this desolate frontier. Your suicide mission is complete. And every death, every frozen gasp, every crushing second proves one undeniable truth. Earth is an anomaly. Compared to the cosmic violence of our neighbors, our world is a fragile, impossible sanctuary. Here, you can stand in the sun without burning. You can breathe without your lungs boiling. You can exist in peace. Perhaps the ultimate goal of exploring the universe isn't to find a new home, but to understand just how terrifyingly rare this one is. We look to the stars not to escape, but to learn how to protect the only miracle we have.